Okay, so this is my second CLYW review. As most of you know, if you're subscribed to my channel, I just recently got a Puffin 2. I made a video of it. You can go check that out if you feel like it. I don't really make reviews until I've had a yo-yo for a while. That obviously wasn't the case with the Bonfire I reviewed, but I'm deciding now that I'm going to get some experience with it before I review it so I can give the full impressions on what it's good at and what it isn't. So I've had it for like a month, maybe a little bit less, I don't know, long enough for me to give my opinion on it. And so yeah, alright, so this is the box it comes in. The artwork is pretty cool. It's a Puffin 2, and yeah, it's pretty cool. One with the peace sign, Puffin. Yeah. Alright, this is what's awesome. Black Bit Bop. This is the famous colorway that CLYW came up with a long way back. And as you can see, it's incredible. It comes with this stuff. I love this stuff. It's freaking awesome. It's just paper. It's awesome. And it has a little neon string. I don't know what kind it is, but this is the yo-yo. Alright, I've used this. It has like 1 or 2 dings in it, which is very unfortunate because this is a very rare yo-yo in this colorway, at least. This is very highly desired. I broke a bank on this. This costed $225 on eBay. Yeah. Is it worth it? Yeah, I'd say it is. I probably wouldn't do it again until I saved up a lot of money, but yeah, for now, yes, it definitely was worth it just because of the colorway and the playability of this yo-yo and the overall rarity and desirability of this yo-yo. So yeah, the same guy also sold a Black Bit Bop Bonfire, which went out pretty quickly too. I literally bought this first time I saw it. I talked to my dad. I was like, I know this sounds ridiculous, but you have to trust me on this, and he was understanding of it. Anyway, let me get on with the review. So, as you can see, Black Bit Bop, incredible colorway. This is a very smooth yo-yo. It's great for grinds. In the review, I'll post some footage of tricks with it and stuff. It has a little hub nub there. It's not like the Bonfire where it's kind of like a spike. It's kind of flat. Similar to what the original Puffin had. This is very, very different from the original Puffin. The shape width-wise is different, and the cup shape is totally different too. So this is nothing like the original Puffin. This is kind of a yo-yo of its own almost. It's very, very good. It's really light, but it feels really solid on the string, but it has a little bit of float to it, so it's right in that mid-range of floatiness. It's not too stable, and it's not too floaty. It's more on the stable side than the floaty side, but it really doesn't matter that much. So the weight is focused more towards the rims, so that they tried to make it a floaty yo-yo, but it is a little bit more on the stable side. So yeah. And this has CLYW short axle. I have no idea why it's taking so long to unscrew, but it has CLYW short axle. It's obviously not that long. As you can see, it's literally less. It's like half an inch long. The response is CLYW snow tires. They're a great response. They take a little bit of time to break in, but they'll last you almost forever. I mean, they're a great response. The bearing this came with, I was very pleased with. It's a center track X bearing. So it's 10 balls in a center track bearing. I have one of these. I bought off of Amazon, but it came thick lubed. So like it took forever for it to break in. Like, I'm not joking. And even now it's still a little bit gritty. But this is ridiculously smooth and quiet bearing. So if you don't want to annoy your mom like crazy, get one of these kinds of bearings because this is ridiculously quiet. Now the thing I've noticed is that with almost every yo-yo I get now, the bearing seat isn't tight. It's just comes out. I don't know why, but that's just how every yo-yo I get comes now. It's kind of weird. So I had a deviated 8, and its bearing seat was always tight, and I don't know, they just always eventually wear out. So was this one's, but it just wore out very shortly. I'll give you the stats real quick. Alright, so the weight is 65.7 grams, so it's 0.1 grams lighter than the Bonfire. Speaking of the Bonfire, I just got another one of these. I didn't have to pay for it because I'm getting it for Christmas, but I just got another one of these. I'll leave the colorway as a surprise, but yeah, I'm gonna get another one of these for Christmas because this one has a ridiculous amount of vibe and it's kind of screwed up. But aside from that, it's 65.7 grams, so it's light, but it feels a little bit stable on the string. Its cup diameter is 53.3 millimeters, so I don't know. This is a fairly small yo-yo. It's a little bit undersized. It's not like ridiculously big or anything like an AC2 or a Bonfire. The width is 44.3 millimeters, so it actually is a pretty wide yo-yo, at least in comparison to a lot of other throws that CLYW have put out. But it's wide for its size. It's wide enough to be used as a competition throw, but it's thin enough to be a good chill out yo-yo. Really, those two factors don't matter. Like, you can use a competition yo-yo as any just chillin' yo-yo. It doesn't really matter. But it's a good mix between a competition and a just playing yo-yo. The gap width is 4.2 millimeters. That's actually a little bit wider than most CLYWs. A lot of them I've seen in the 3 millimeter area, like the Arctic Circle. I think is somewhere in the 3 millimeter area. Not positive, but I'm pretty sure that's right. This has a low wall, so you can put a bunch of layers of string in it without it grabbing. So that's awesome. It doesn't slow the yo-yo down that much. You can use this for a million different kinds of tricks. You can use them for slacks, fast tricks, slow tricks, projections, string injections. Oh yeah, that's one other thing. I just recently came up with a trick called Use the Force. It's pretty cool. It looks like you're using the force to grab the string back. That I just talked to Meowcalm. I believe that's how you pronounce it. He's a really good yo-yoer. He makes up some insane tricks and learns some outrageously difficult tricks that other players have come up with. So he's on YouTube. Go check him out. He's crazy. I'm subscribed to him. You should definitely subscribe to him. He's insanely good. Aside from that, I was talking to him about what that concept would be called, where the string is pushed up against the response pad enough that the spin of the yo-yo would basically shoot it out. And he said that it's a pretty rare concept, and it's not really well known, so there isn't really a dedicated name for it, but he heard someone else mention it being called a string injection, so that's why I'm going to go ahead and call it a string injection. The thing that's great about this yo-yo is that the gap width is thin enough so that you can do them fairly easily, but it's wide enough so that the yo-yo won't go crazy on you when you're doing speed combos and stuff like that. But yeah, as I mentioned earlier, there is a Puffin 1, and I don't have one, but it's a very, very interesting shape width-wise. It's kind of almost like a Woolly Marmot 2, but instead of having the drop off into that area towards the gap being subtle, it's kind of a sudden drop, and it's farther into the middle of the yo-yo where it drops off. I'll just go ahead and show you a picture of it, but it's really cool. I've never really been that interested in buying one, but if I ever have some money to spend and it's in a cool colorway, then yeah, definitely I'll get one. But yeah, this is not anything like the Puffin 1. It doesn't have the internal weight rings that like the Arctic Circle and Cliff have, but I kind of like it that it doesn't have that, because that would have made it even more stable, because it would have evened out the weight a little bit more. But yeah, this is extremely stable. It's not doesn't have any vibe, which I like. I mean, any yo-yo with vibe I don't like, I hate those, but that's why I'm getting a new bonfire. But yeah, people ask me all the time if I've ever been to any competitions or if I'm planning to go into any. Yeah, I definitely plan on going to competitions. I've never been to one before, but yeah, I definitely plan on it. Like the Tennessee State Yo-Yo Contest. I don't know when it is, but they have meetings every month, and I don't know if it's this month or next month, but I'm gonna go soon and sort of check in with them, meet some other yo-yoers. That'll be great, and figure out everything about the contest and stuff, and figure out what I have to do to enter, and just ask some questions that I've been wondering about yo-yos in general. So yeah, the black bip-bop looks pretty cool when it's spinning. It looks pretty dull when it's on camera, but it looks interesting when you're in person. The color difference when you look at it from the front is pretty minimal. I mean, there's so many colors in this that it really doesn't have enough big color splotches to really make that big of a difference in the color. But yeah, I really think black bip-bop is mainly meant to be cool when you look at it when it's not spinning. I mean, it's not that interesting when it is. This yo-yo is really good. I probably wouldn't pay $225 on it again, but yeah, for its retail at about $145, this is definitely worth it. There actually are, right now, quite a few of them left over on Yo-Yo Expert. There's some Hot Fire Lavas on Yo-Yo Expert. There's some Matsuri Splashes on Yo-Yo Expert. There's one Rasta left, and that's about it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, go ahead and click the like button. If you didn't, go ahead and click the dislike button. I don't mind. Like your honest opinion. But please do give me your reasons so I can improve my videos. Yeah, hope you enjoyed, and CLYW Puffin too. Alright, later.